amazing. She was frustrated when I was frustrated. She was sad when I was sad. But more than anything, my friends stood by my side. When I think they visibly saw me in so much pain. They never stopped loving me. Down to my friends back home, my family, my papa crying, saying, I hate that you went through what you went through. It breaks my heart, but I'm so proud of you.
Hey besties, today we're diving deep into something that's been brewing in Hollywood for years, but nobody's been brave enough to talk about it, until now. We're talking about how our girl Selena Gomez was literally used and abused by the Hollywood machine and left completely shattered. Like, I cannot even begin to tell you how messed up this whole situation is. And the only person there for her through all this? Taylor Swift, of course. That's why I'm team Jelena forever. But what was most surprising are the claims that Selena also suffered abuse dating Justin. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Our girl Selena started her career as just a little baby angel on Barney and Friends back in 2002. Imagine being thrown into the spotlight before you even know who you are. That's like putting a toddler behind the wheel of a Ferrari and being shocked when things go south. By age 15, Selena was already feeling the intense pressure of fame. She told Elle magazine that she felt violated as a teenager, especially just being on the beach with photographers taking pictures of her. She was literally just a child, and grown men were photographing her like she was some kind of object. Disgusting, if you ask me. The exploitation of young stars in Hollywood is nothing new, but Selena's experience was particularly brutal. But wait, it gets worse. As Selena transitioned from Disney darling on Wizards of Waverly Place to trying to establish herself as a serious adult artist, the pressure became unbearable. During press tours, she literally started feeling like a product instead of a person. Can you imagine that? Being treated like you're just something to be bought and sold rather than a human being with feelings. During one infamous interview moment captured in her documentary, My Mind and Me, Selena felt completely unheard and later expressed her frustration by saying, I feel like a product. That's how the system works, unfortunately. They build you up just to break you down. And speaking of her documentary, let me tell you, it is a journey. Released in 2022, Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me, follows 6 years of her life, focusing on her battles with mental health, lupus, and the soul-crushing pressure of fame. The New York Times called it sincere and soul-bearing, giving us a rare glimpse into what it's really like to be chewed up and spit out by Hollywood. But the documentary doesn't tell the full story. In fact, I'd argue it barely scratches the surface of what our girl has been through. Let's be real. There are some things you just can't say when you're still trying to work in the industry. It's like trying to criticize your boss while still hoping for a promotion. Not gonna happen. One of the most heartbreaking moments was when Selena had to cancel her 2016 Revival World Tour after just 55 performances. The pressure was so intense that she literally had to check into a psychiatric facility. Imagine being so broken by an industry that's supposed to support your art that you have to completely remove yourself from it just to survive. That's not normal, bestie. That's trauma. But here's where the story gets even juicier. Selena's relationship with Justin Bieber. Oh, honey, buckle up because this is where things get messy. From 2010 to 2018, Selena and Justin were in this toxic on-again, off-again relationship that was literally playing out in front of the entire world. Imagine having your most painful breakups and makeups plastered across every magazine cover and website. The public scrutiny alone would be enough to break anyone. But it wasn't just the public, it was the relationship itself. In January 2020, Selena gave an interview with NPR where she dropped a bombshell that left us all shook. When asked about her song Lose You to Love Me, which was clearly about Bieber, Selena admitted that she had been a victim of emotional abuse. The interviewer directly asked, "You're referring to emotional abuse?" And Selena responded with, "Yes, and I think that it's something that I had to find a way to understand it as an adult, and I had to understand the choices I was making. Let that sink in." She was emotionally abused, and all Hollywood did was profit off her pain. They turned her suffering into entertainment while she was literally falling apart behind the scenes. And let's be honest, Justin was no angel in this situation either, but we'll get to that mess in part 2. Adding to all this drama was Selena's health struggles. In 2013, she was diagnosed with lupus, an autoimmune disease that can be absolutely devastating. In 2014, she had to undergo chemotherapy. Yes, chemotherapy. And then in 2017, her condition became so severe that she needed a kidney transplant, which her friend Francia Raisa donated. Talk about a real friend, unlike some people in Hollywood who just watched her suffer. In 2022, Selena told Rolling Stone that my lupus, my kidney transplant, chemotherapy, having a mental illness, going through very public heartbreaks, these were all things that honestly should have taken me down. And yet, Hollywood just kept pushing her, squeezing every last drop they could get for profit. The pressure got so bad that in 2018, Selena had what she later described as a psychotic break. leading to her bipolar disorder diagnosis in 2020. Imagine going through all of that while cameras are constantly in your face, while directors are demanding more from you, while record executives are pushing you to perform. And let's talk about how isolating this experience was for her. In that same Rolling Stone interview, Selena revealed something that broke my heart. I never fit in with a cool group of girls that were celebrities. My only friend in the industry really is Taylor Swift. Can you imagine being surrounded by so many people yet feeling so completely alone? It's like being at a party where everyone knows your name but nobody actually knows you. And in an industry as fake as Hollywood, having just one true friend is both a blessing and a heartbreaking reality. Speaking of Taylor Swift, she has been Selena's rock through all of this. Their friendship dates back to 2008 when they were both dating Jonas Brothers. Oh, the nostalgia. And unlike most Hollywood friendships that last about as long as a TikTok trend, their bond has remained unbreakable. In a 2024 interview, Selena opened up about how much she values Taylor's honest opinions on her music.
You know, with Taylor, I value her opinion so much. But because she's super honest. So I've always played her off any of my albums, like the top 2 that I like to see, like what she thinks.
Ask if you had sent before.
Yeah, and she's, like done the same. I would never be like, that's a terrible song, because she's so freaking good. But she definitely will say, like, yeah, that one's okay, but I think that one's good. And I was like, it just like it's very helpful is what I'll say, and I love people who are honest. And
that's what real friendship looks like in an industry full of yes men and opportunists. Taylor doesn't just tell Selena what she wants to hear. She gives her the truth, and that's something Selena couldn't find anywhere else in Hollywood. Taylor was even there for some of Selena's most vulnerable creative moments. Selena shared this touching story about when she played Lose You to Love Me for Taylor.
But then there are other knockouts, like when I played her Lose You to Love Me before it came out. She and her amazing mom started crying, and then I started crying. It's very sweet.
That moment of genuine emotional connection is so rare in Hollywood, where everything is calculated and performances are constant. It's no wonder Selena holds on to her friendship with Taylor so tightly. It might be the only authentic relationship she has in the industry. Selena's mother, Mandy Teefey, confirmed just how special this friendship is during an interview with ET Live in 2018.
We were actually there Friday night.
Oh,
we were there Friday night, and so. What I love about that friendship is it's so solid, and with Taylor, I feel like they can tell each other anything, and like it will be an honest, like in your best interest kind of relationship.
This is what makes Selena's Hollywood experience so tragic. In an industry filled with thousands of people, she found just one person she could truly trust. Everyone else, they were just there to use her, to profit off her talent, her beauty, her pain, and her struggles. And let me tell you, this story has more twists and turns than a telenovela on steroids. Let's set the scene, shall we? Picture it. 2010, a baby-faced Justin Bieber and a sweet Disney princess Selena Gomez start dating. They were literally the teen dream couple, adorable, talented, and seemingly perfect. But behind those red carpet smiles and cute Instagram posts was a relationship that was slowly destroying our girl. Their relationship was the definition of toxic, on-again, off-again chaos. We're talking public arguments, rumors of cheating, emotional manipulation, the whole catastrophic package. They'd break up, get back together, break up again, in a cycle that lasted for 8 years. That's longer than most Hollywood marriages. And the whole time, the media was there, documenting every painful moment and selling it to the highest bidder. According to fans on Reddit, Jelena was toxic AF since they started dating, around 2011 to 2012, with public arguments and Selena trying to hit Justin. This was not your cute high school relationship drama. This was serious emotional turbulence playing out on a global stage. The toxicity wasn't just from Justin's side, though. Their dynamic was a mess, with both of them playing this exhausting game of emotional ping pong. But here's the thing about Justin. He was playing multiple games at once. While he was stringing Selena along, he was also getting cozy with other girls, including a certain Miss Hailey Baldwin. In December 2015, while on one of his many breaks from Selena, Justin and Hailey were spotted kissing on New Year's Eve in St. Bart's. The photos were plastered everywhere. Can you imagine how Selena felt seeing that? Your on-again, off-again boyfriend smooching someone else while you're probably still healing from your last breakup? The disrespect is astronomical. But wait, it gets even more twisted. In January 2016, just days after those kissing photos emerged, Selena expressed her frustration to Rolling Stone, saying, "Honestly, what I would love to be printed is that I am so beyond done. Girl, we feel you." But unfortunately, she wasn't done yet, not by a long shot. Fast forward to October 2017, after both had moved on with other people, Selena and Justin were spotted together again, with Selena wearing his hockey jersey like a billboard announcing, "We're back together." People magazine caught the whole thing. Everyone was like, "Here we go again." And honestly, we were right to be concerned. They had a brief reconciliation in early 2018, with Selena even making their relationship Instagram official for Justin's 24th birthday. But by May 2018, they were done, supposedly for good this time. And what happened next? Well, that's when the real damage was done. Just 2 months after his final breakup with Selena, Justin was engaged to Hailey Baldwin. 2 months. Let that sink in. The man Selena had loved for 8 years, through all the ups and downs, moved on and proposed to someone else in less time than it takes most of us to decide on a new hairstyle. If that's not emotional whiplash, I don't know what is. By September 2018, Justin and Hailey were married. Meanwhile, Selena was literally entering a treatment facility for her mental health. The timing couldn't have been more devastating. Now, I want to make something crystal clear. I'm not saying Hailey stole Justin. Relationships are complicated, and nobody can steal someone who doesn't want to be stolen. In fact, Hailey herself addressed these rumors on the Call Her Daddy podcast in 2022, saying, "I was never with him when he was in a relationship with anybody, but the speed at which Justin moved on was suspicious at best and cruelly inconsiderate at worst. It's giving rebound. It's giving desperate. It's giving, I need someone to take care of me because I can't be alone. Sorry, not sorry, but I said what I said." The damage this did to Selena cannot be overstated. Remember when she said she experienced emotional abuse? In that 2020 NPR interview, when asked directly if she was referring to emotional abuse from Justin, she confirmed it. Yes. And I think that it's something that I had to find a way to understand it as an adult, and I had to understand the choices I was making. She went on to explain, "As much as I definitely don't want to spend the rest of my life talking about this, I am really proud that I can say I feel the strongest I've ever felt, and I've found a way to just walk through it with as much grace as possible." Justin later admitted to being reckless in his past relationships. In a 2020 interview with Zane Lowe on Apple Music, he confessed, "In my previous relationship, I went off and just went crazy and went wild, just was being reckless." That's according to Glamour magazine, who reported on his half-baked admission. Hello? Went crazy and went wild is what you do on spring break with your friends. Emotional abuse is a whole different level, Justin. Way to minimize the pain you caused. That's like saying the Titanic had a little water damage. The understatement of the century. And let's not forget that all of this relationship drama was happening while Selena was dealing with serious health issues. She was diagnosed with lupus in 2013, underwent chemotherapy, and in 2017 had a kidney transplant. According to the Women's Health magazine, she was literally fighting for her life while also trying to navigate this toxic relationship. Fans on Reddit expressed so much empathy for what she went through. One user wrote, "Imagine how hurt Selena must have been after Justin's quick engagement to Hailey in 2018, hoping she's okay now." Another added, "Going through a breakup, I felt for Selena reading about this. It must have been emotionally taxing." And while all of this was happening, where was Hollywood? Turning her pain into headlines, selling magazines with photos of her looking distressed, creating clickbait about who wore it better comparisons between her and Hailey. It was sick, twisted, and completely dehumanizing. Oh, and speaking of dehumanizing, let's talk about the ongoing feud between Selena and Hailey, shall we? Because that's another way Hollywood has exploited Selena's pain for profit. For years, the media has been pitting these two women against each other, creating this fabricated rivalry that has led to bullying, death threats, and unnecessary stress for both of them. But here's the tea. Selena and Hailey have repeatedly tried to shut down these rumors. In March 2023, Selena took to Instagram to address the situation after Hailey reported receiving death threats from Selena's fans. According to Forbes, Selena wrote, "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying." And in June 2023, Hailey told Bloomberg's The Circuit that the whole feud was completely made up and dangerous. She expressed frustration over the divisiveness and negativity it created. Yet Hollywood continued to push this narrative because drama sells. The reality is that these are two women who happen to love the same man at different points in their lives. That doesn't make them enemies, it makes them human. But Hollywood doesn't profit from humanity. It profits from catfights and rivalries and clicking on articles titled Selena versus Hailey, who wore it better. But the drama doesn't stop there. Oh no. Even as recently as April 2025, Justin was still stirring the pot. On April 2nd, 2025, he posted a series of memes on Instagram, including a clip of Gollum captioned, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." According to the Daily Mail, fans interpreted this as a dig at Selena's December 2024 engagement to Benny Blanco. Like, seriously, Justin? Your ex got engaged to someone else and you're still throwing shade? It's been years. You're married, you have a child. Move on. It's giving obsessed. It's giving immature. It's giving, I still check her Instagram at 3 a.m. energy. Yikes. And let's not forget the infamous 2019 incident where Justin accidentally revealed his Google search history showing searches for Selena Gomez Coachella outfit and Selena Gomez Coachella outfit on stage. This was after he married Hailey. Elle magazine reported that Justin quickly tried to explain it away, claiming that he and Hailey were watching a video of his Coachella performance, and Selena's performance video appeared next in the related category. Sure, Justin, whatever helps you sleep at night. All of this drama, all of this pain, all of this exploitation, it's had a profound impact on Selena's mental health. In 2018, she checked into a treatment facility after what she later described as a psychotic break. In 2020, she revealed her bipolar disorder diagnosis. That is the cost of Hollywood's exploitation. That is the price Selena has paid for fame. A toxic relationship that played out in public, health struggles that became headline news, and mental health challenges that were treated like plot twists in a celebrity drama rather than the serious medical conditions they are. So how does someone rebuild after being completely shattered by the industry that was supposed to support them? For Selena, it started with being honest about her struggles. In 2022, she released her documentary Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me, which offered an unflinchingly raw look at her mental health journey. The Guardian called it a fascinating and frustrating pop doc, noting how she had publicly chafed the most at the expectation to be seen and the celebrity imperative to want to perform. This wasn't some glossy, PR-approved fluff piece. This was Selena showing the world her scars. Variety praised the documentary for its honesty in showing the loneliness at the top, particularly when mental illness is involved. It showed Selena crying backstage before performances, struggling with the expectations placed on her, and being brutally honest about the toll fame had taken on her mental health. In the film, Selena repeatedly says, "I no longer crave stardom," according to Texas Monthly. That's a powerful statement from someone who's spent most of her life in the spotlight. It's like she's saying, "I see through the illusion now. This isn't worth my peace." But one of the most powerful aspects of Selena's redemption story is how she's channeled her pain into purpose. In 2020, she launched Rare Beauty, a makeup brand with a mission that goes far beyond lipstick and foundation. Through Rare Beauty, she created the Rare Impact Fund, with a goal to raise $100 million over 10 years for mental health services. You can see the details right on their website. That's not just talking the talk, that's walking the walk, honey. Selena took her darkest moments and turned them into a light for others. She's using her platform to reduce the stigma around mental health and make resources more accessible. That's what you call making lemonade out of lemons, or rather making a whole lemonade empire out of the sourest lemons Hollywood could throw at her. And she's been incredibly open about her health struggles, not just mental, but physical too. In 2024, she revealed she has small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO, which contributes to her weight fluctuations. WebMD reported on this, noting how she's faced body shaming because of her lupus medications and other health issues. The way she handles these challenges now shows just how much she's grown. Instead of letting the body shamers get to her, she responded with honesty and grace. When people commented on her weight, she didn't hide, she educated. That's the move of someone who has reclaimed their power. In fact, her openness about chronic illness has made a profound impact on fans. On Reddit, fans with chronic illnesses expressed how much Selena's story has helped them, admires her openness, feels less alone due to her sharing, relates as someone with mental and chronic health issues. Another fan wrote, relates, keeps illness hidden due to judgment, admires her advocacy for lupus and chronic illness. Even British comedian Miranda Hart told Selena that her documentary gave her motivation during her own health struggles, according to a Reddit post with over 3,000 upvotes. This is the power of vulnerability. By sharing her truth, Selena has created a community of support not just for herself, but for countless others who feel seen through her story. And let's talk about her career resurgence, because whew, the girl is thriving. She's starred in the critically acclaimed series Only Murders in the Building, launched a successful beauty brand, continued her music career, and even got engaged to music producer Benny Manny Blanco in December 2024. Speaking of which, can we just take a moment to appreciate that Selena is now with someone who publicly adores and respects her? After everything she went through with Justin, seeing her with someone who celebrates her rather than depletes her is the happy ending she deserves. And how did Taylor Swift respond to the engagement news? In the most Taylor way possible, of course. She commented on Selena's Instagram announcement, "Yes, I will be the flower girl." Because that's what real friends do. They show up for your joy just as they showed up for your pain. Their friendship has truly been the constant in Selena's Hollywood journey. While everything else was falling apart, Taylor remained by her side. As Selena said, "That's what real support looks like. Not the fake Hollywood kind where people love you when you're up and abandon you when you're down, but the kind that says, 'I see your pain, and I'm still here.'" Selena's mother, Mandy Teefey, spoke about this friendship during an ET Live interview, highlighting just how special it is. It's these little moments of normalcy and genuine connection that have helped Selena stay grounded in an industry designed to make you lose yourself. But perhaps the most powerful part of Selena's redemption story is how she's reclaimed her narrative. For years, Hollywood defined her by her relationship with Justin, her Disney past, or her health struggles. Now, she's defining herself on her own terms. In a 2023 interview with Vanity Fair, Selena described Hollywood as a beast and emphasized the importance of being careful about who to trust, saying, "You are who you surround yourself with." That's wisdom that can only come from experience. She also advised others to be humble, hold on to your heart, be careful about who to trust, reflecting on the challenges of navigating fame at a young age and the potential for exploitation. She's not just healing herself, she's trying to prevent others from experiencing the same pain. And let's talk about how Selena has handled the never-ending drama with Justin and Hailey, because her approach has been nothing short of classy. In March 2023, when Hailey was receiving death threats from some misguided fans, Selena took to Instagram to condemn the behavior. "Hailey Bieber reached out to me and let me know that she has been receiving death threats and such hateful negativity. This isn't what I stand for. No one should have to experience hate or bullying." She could have stayed silent. She could have even quietly enjoyed seeing someone who ended up with her ex facing backlash. But that's not who Selena is. She chose grace over pettiness, and that speaks volumes about her character. Meanwhile, in April 2025, Justin was still posting cryptic memes that fans interpreted as shade towards Selena's engagement. According to the Daily Mail, he shared a Gollum clip captioned, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." The comments section was flooded with people calling him out, saying things like, "Such an immature OMG, he's a father of a baby. It's been almost a decade, when will he get over it?" And how did Selena respond to this? She didn't. She's too busy living her best life to engage with petty drama. That, my friends, is growth. That's what healing looks like. Speaking of moving on from things, what do you say we move on to the next video on your screen?